right, so lovely evening, and glad to have you on tonight's edition of a program, Men on Court on Western Spring Television. This is where we talk about issues relating to the male folks. I'm talking about men. And tonight I have my men in the studios again, and together we were talking about one or two things. And tonight it is something really, really important. When it talks about how much you earn and how much you spend. Spend on what? All right, that's the suspense right there. I will let you know when it's time. I'm J to the A to the H, MIC, Jahmichael, Mr. 223, your love doctor himself, Michael with his source. I remember this is 2025. I do say that no pressure person, so that no go pressure you. Because now, what you dish out, now you will get. And tonight on the program, I have my men of valor in the studios, and together we'll be talking about something. And it's been a long time. I have Joseph Atewe in the
Yeah,
studios
it feels great to be here, brother.
on this program, but I'm glad to have you
Thank
tonight.
Thank you.
How's it been?
It's been the same. We've been in the same compound, no?
Eh?
It's just different shows, different work, and most times, combining jobs as a reporter.
You're looking good anyway.
I'm not. As a reporter.
I said you're looking good.
Thank you. As a reporter, you have to do other jobs,
But that's why you're still looking good.
Thank you.
All right. And para master. Anytime you come on this program, you always para. I know you don't pack things, join body, put body where a lot of things happen. How did you ever come on the show tonight?
Well, when I got the invite, I was going to be on the show today. I did actually try my best to not to have anything to para about. But somebody said if they understand, if they explain Nigeria to you and you understand, then you must be a special being. Just last week we saw the conclusion of the National Sports Festival, Gateway 2025, and sad news: Kano contingents, 22 members of their contingent died in an auto crash just 50 kilometers into Kano town itself. But what angered me most is the fact that now these people are gone. And the Kano state government is dishing out ₦1 million each to their families.
I think it's Ogun state government.
Kano state government is doing the same too.
Okay.
To me, it doesn't make sense. This is medicine after death. Do the calculation. You have 22 members who died in that crash. That 22 million naira can fly them to Ogun state and return them. Put them in one of the best hotels in Ogun state for the numbers of this they spend there. So why is it that we leave people to die before we now say, then what will 1 million naira do to their family?
Will it bring back celebrate me now when I die?
Will it bring back the people who have died? See, our political leaders need to think about the people. In reality, the governor of Kano, any governor in Nigeria will not be traveling from Kano to Abeokuta, and they travel on the road. They fly. Even the closest of the locations, they fly. If it is not an aeroplane, if there is no airport there, they will try as much as possible to use a chopper. But now, promising youths, they've died. 22 of them, and now we remember there is a 22 million naira somewhere to dash to them. I repeat, if you check how much airfare in Nigeria is, that 22 million naira will take all the Kano contingents from Kano to Abeokuta and back to Kano State. It will even lodge them in a befitting hotel.
Okay, but I think there's nothing bad in traveling by road. I mean, one of the sweetest things actually to do, because it gives you the opportunity to see the beautiful
Atewe,
state.
everything about it is bad.
No.
Everything
there
about
is nothing bad in traveling. There's nothing bad in traveling by road. So I feel like the complaint should be the bad state of Nigerian road. That is one.
Well,
and
if you check this very well, Atewe.
The bus itself.
Atewe.
If you're carrying a contingent, you can't be using such bus. But that's not even the topic for today, I guess.
Of course, yes, but I won't agree with you that, it was because of if you look at the person that was going to drive the car is human also.
Yeah, but we travel by road. People travel by road.
Atewe,
go by road.
These are, think about it. These are athletes who are representing a state. Yes, I'm not expecting that I want to travel from here to Kano that, the government should come and sponsor my trip. It's a personal trip. These guys, this same Kano state, some kids were to represent Kano, I think in Lagos, on an essay competition or whatever. They were traveling by the road, they died on the road, and they flew their body back to Kano. Make it make sense. It doesn't.
It is well. God help us. All right, welcome on the show. That is aside, I told you, and I say, Ladeji get one or two things very good para about because as the thing they did for your mind about no fit keep so we got say. But let's go on a short break. When we come back, we'll go straight to the topic for tonight.
It is.
It is what
But
it
you
is.
mentioned something, God will help us.
Yeah.
God is not going to help us. That's just the reality.
I'm telling you, and that's the major problem
God
of
will
this
not,
country.
because
There, for long.
there is virtually
I say you
nothing.
should fight. Yeah,
There is
say
virtually
for-
nothing we need as a nation that we do not have. If a club side, Dario Latunji, you know him very well, plays for a club side, outside Nigeria. The club, a local club, have their own private jet. Those guys don't travel by road if you are traveling. Not to talk of a state contingent. Again, I want to mention is that if it were to be some political office holders that want to travel, they will get them a bit.
Yeah, I also agree. The measures were not put in place. We criticized the same competition where some of the athletes were sleeping on the floor. They were being outside, and you you flew Asha from France
and
to
you
Nigeria
will pay her in
to
millions.
come and sing national anthem. What happened to the winner of Nigeria Idol? What happened to those guys?
They don't have good voice.
You gave Davido, he performed that many minutes, I think 20 minutes, more than 20 million naira. The amount spent on opening ceremony and closing ceremony, I'm sure it's half of their state budget.
No, they need to show the vibes.
Yeah,
and they don't even complete the stadium with them.
I'm telling. Then the swimming pool. The event was to start on a Monday. Is that money? One country, one follower. It's Nigeria now.
Well, it is what it is.
It's a country where people think with their nose. It's of the head.
If you are thinking with your nose, I think it's still closer to the brain. Sometimes people think with their armpit.
I'm telling you.
And it can be smelly.
It's okay.
But it's the sad reality.
Yeah, I know, I understand.
So 22 souls lost like that.
And when they were carrying the bodies to go and bury, you could see the medals on one of the athletes. For someone to have won 3 gold medals, is that not the future?
It means a lot.
Well, let's go on there and let's talk. It's from one problem to another. I know the next topic is another problem. Let's go.
So tonight we'll be talking about how does it feel when a family man earns money and maybe a man. I don't want to limit it to just family because Atewe is not yet married. So we will talk from the point of view.
No, the last time I checked, he's married.
No, he's not married.
Sorry. I'm sorry, Atewe. No. Atewe na my guy.
Let's go.
Okay.
So how does it feel when a man earns money and spends less on himself? Let me start from Atewe tonight. Do you feel a sense of sacrifice or deprivation, like you are depriving yourself?
Okay, so would you allow me to explain and land, Abby?
Oh, yeah, explain and land.
One of the reasons why I always say, and I own my stuff whenever I do something, that I love and appreciate the owner of this station, I feel like, because, the exposure is given to me. For our family, I never think I go ever enter plane. So he has given the opportunity to stop at so many countries. And I'm talking about stop at so many countries. So what I'm trying to say is I've seen the exposure and I've seen how many of these guys behave. You see, it's in this country. That is why you see many of the celebrities and many of those who have names don't marry the girls in Nigeria again. Because poverty has eaten deep into them, where they think that unless they collect money from you, that is love, which is totally wrong. What am I driving at? Every time you see many of these girls, the phones they use, the clothes they wear, the lifestyle they want to live, is from the West, it's from the Eastern world. But what they call is it the Western world now? The life they live over there, you want to live it. But the simplest of all things, the way they behave naturally, you know, sit down. That is where they'll bring in stupid culture. The culture said nonsense. The culture that's making people taking people 1,000 years back. If you go to many of these countries, you go out on dates. The woman share the bills. And sometimes she tells you, let me take you out. Even in marriage, they work. And when they work, they all go out to work. When they come, they bring, if I've made 200 pounds, I've made 300 pounds, you table yours, I table mine, we have kids, we have to take care of them. It's a shared responsibility. Now, the reason why we are bringing out this topic because it is Nigeria. I'm telling you that there are so many mad people. So you get in this country that they believe that their money is their money. Your money is everybody's money, which is a stupid, disgusting, and a poverty mentality. Because if you love somebody and you want to be with them, like I saw someone say, love is gifting. What's that? You see, it's still poverty. It's the way they've been programmed, and not just programmed. This thing have started long ago, and not from. Don't blame the mothers and fathers. Oh. No, those ones train them well. Oh. But you see what they see on the internet, the lifestyle they live has imbibed into their head, so they feel that is how life is. Jokes aside, in countries where things are working, they share this beef. So it's not a case of if the man is earning more and spending earning money and spending little on himself. You see, in this country, you see somebody that has 4 children, is earning 200,000 at the end of the day. Sometimes I pity them. I pity them because me, I will not fall victim. I call them at them are your shock. You will earn, wait now, you will earn 200,000. At the end of the day, the man will probably just pocket 15,000. Because that 15,000, so that only will more to lobby share, the rest are or more shaking. And the wife is somewhere. Because of the culture, the stupid culture they've said is what they want to believe in. The money will now be as little, but I will still borrow you from money where you they work. It sounds funny. And it's so sad that we as men, we've come to embrace it and think it's the right. It's not the right thing. They are stupid. And I'm brutal with them. That is why many of the stars, look at the one that just happened, the Yabo Ojoga. Did you see that Tanzania interview they did? Many of them are not married Nigerian girls. They ask the question, why do footballers, why do many of this, the next thing is white women? Because they're marrying somebody, they want their peace. They're marrying somebody who has sense, who would reason with them.
Are you saying Nigerian girls don't have sense?
There are a large number of them. Very dumb.
Ladeji. Do you subscribe with what he said about sharing views? And he said Nigerian girls, a large number of them don't.
Because that's in place here. Maybe to a large extent Africa, but in Nigeria it's common. Where when you earn money, you are expected to, because you are the man, go around and see how many graves you'll be seeing. And lad, tell them, if you want to try something, go on this Agbele Road. Say you want to rent a house. Elobaya. Because the Oko, the Baba, he don't what? He don't die. And so it's not me that will follow that trail, but I think he cannot kill me.
So do you subscribe to that? 2 things. Talked about sharing views. Number 2, it said a large number of Nigerian ladies are not.
Well, if there is anything I would not always agree with Atewe on, it will be statistics. Because number 1, for one, men taking responsibility in homes or over things is not peculiar to Nigeria, it's not peculiar to Africa. And most of the time, we love to pick examples. Yes, there are some footballers who doesn't want to marry, but the same us that use them as example. You remember when a woman divorces her husband, what do they want to do? Remember Pep Guardiola, the coach of Manchester City. The wife wants to leave him and she wants to take a large chunk. Is that poverty too? If it had happened to a Nigerian lady, is that poverty?
Hakim Ziyech's girlfriend
wanted, if not for the fact that, and like I explained that day, because Arabs' way of life, they value their mothers a lot, the Arabs. So what Hakim Ziyech did was to register everything, even up until his jerseys, registered them in his mother's name. Cristiano Ronaldo, till tomorrow, is not married officially to Georgina Rodriguez.
So you're trying to say it's not peculiar
to
Nigeria,
so it's not peculiar to us. It's not peculiar to us. There is poverty everywhere in the world. It's just that our own in Africa is so proclaimed. Even the young man that just married the Yabo Ojo's daughter from Tanzania, are there no poor people in Tanzania? Tanzania is part of Africa. But that's not the conversation. The conversation today is, how do you feel as a man that you make more money and you spend less of yourself?
But he talked about sharing views.
Of course, yes, it's not a crime. I agree absolutely with that. It is never, if you know you want to build a future with this person, there are days, that is why I always encourage people, when you want to marry, watch what is the attitude of your partner to money. If she is all about bring everything you have, I keep my. A friend of ours was sharing an experience during this Godwin Ofemele, Abi, what's his name? The man with 700 and something duplex. You know, he said he doesn't have any cash on him. He was broke, nothing. And his wife went into the house, gave him some cash. He said, where do you? He said, part of the money you gave me, I kept some. And she returned them back to you. She is African. She is Yoruba. Do you get? Now, she has posted an example of what a reasonable partner should be. There are times as a man, you have your downtime. You don't have everything. You don't have it. In fact, it may not be that you don't even have money. Look at the example I just gave. It was just because of a bad policy from one individual who just felt like, I want to do this. And the man doesn't have cash and he needed cash. And the woman came out. In some instances, there are women who will keep that money. They don't send your papa. Was it on the radio show that we're discussing of a woman whose son needed, I think, 15,000 naira in the hospital? And the husband doesn't have money again. And the husband saw an alert of maybe 2 million naira on
after the child had died. And so,
You know, such a person, there is no
go jail. You go jail, honestly.
Now, so you know, in such an instance, you know, you've not only married a devil incarnate, you've married the
devil
person.
itself.
It is. Because if you say you want to, I've given an example of one grandpa and grandma, and I know in this same Oshogbo, who gave us an example. They said when they got married in the 70s, the agreement they had with themselves is that we only want to live in a rented apartment for about 3 years. So they were both nurses. So the wife said, my own salary, I used to take care of the house. We want to buy food, we want to do everything. Your own salary, sir, use it and pour it on our house project. And he said, by the time they were going to celebrate their 3rd year wedding anniversary, they are in their own apartment. These are people you should look out for, that you want to marry. But if all you look out for, because also as men, most of the time we get distracted. The moment we see shape,
Yes.
men are moved by what, you know, when people jokingly ask you, they will tell you, ask your partner this question and say the rubbish you are dating. Yes. Your partner should be able to drop.
We all like Nyash. You too like Nyash.
No, these are good things.
So,
good things. You like,
wait, I won't idea.
You like big one.
No,
like
now I'm not one of those people who will
just admit.
You say admit. Admit first.
I pledge. Now, I'm not saying it is not good. God created all these things for us to enjoy them, both the front and the back. It's good,
sweet,
succulent, fresh. Everybody like good things. But beyond that, do you want to marry a woman who beyond, after all these features, she gets sense? She go fit manage your home. She go fit manage your finances. Because as a man, all we think of, I think that's the way we are wired. All we think of is, how do we want to look out for people around us? At the expense, most of the time. Check it very well. Even you, that you are talking like this, that you are complaining, Atewe, if your salary comes in first, you first think about, I have this person. Even if it is not, wait, Baba, calm down. The last, hold on.
I will be now.
Atewe, calm down now.
Don't remind down.
Calm down now. I want to remind that.
They can't
show you where carry gas cylinder. No, English to carry cylinder. He carry gas cylinder. Let me remind you.
No, you cannot say.
Let me remind you. Calm down. You know, when I talk this thing, I talk with a proof.
I say, I want to remind you. Wait.
January salary 2025. Wait now. Let me talk to you. You remember you were to park one ajo. And one of your priority there was because one uncle died.
Yeah,
and they gave you a bill. That money you could have spent it on yourself. It is, hold on. It is a wait.
They don't die every month now.
Wait, calm down. What I'm telling you, Atewe, calm down. What I'm telling you is that their responsibility that makes you that money you gave to them, you could have used it to change your wardrobe. You could have said, okay, I want to change my phone. You could have said, no, I want to buy wine in my whatever, and common face for anything family. But there are things around us as men that we always want to take out of us.
Okay, so that we're
Now,
not
I'm
deviating
coming.
from this.
Hold on.
So just
That's
remind,
the
what's the topic again, sir?
The topic is you as a man
Yeah.
making more money but spending less on you. I'm
Okay.
still on
Okay.
the lane. I read history in school.
Okay.
So I don't forget things easily.
It's historically.
So now, as a man, we often fall into that pit a lot.
No matter what.
No matter what. But now we go borrow ourselves brain.
Leave that one there. Leave the brain matter. We are still coming to that, please. Atewe, they're always talking about the table. Now, you, from your body language, you feel like, how will I be spending money, spending on a particular woman? Would you now rather meet a lady and on the first date you'll be asking her, what will you bring to the table?
Okay, so marriage or whatever it is you are going into is still business. Let me explain.
Is what?
It's a contract. That's why you go to court, Abi. Nobody else is legally married. Abi, am I correct? So everything is still contract. Say again. I won't take leave. And he said something actually. It made sense. I mean, on the show for the first time,
Jesus! Wow, I like that.
Yeah, but
I like the fact that you agree. It makes sense for the first time.
No, I'm just saying.
I think this is the first time.
It's on a lighter note.
No. I won't take that as on a lighter note. I think this is just the first time you are listening with an open mind.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So let's take it at that. No. It's just what we are just clearing.
Ask that question again.
Now the mind is
blown. The table. Would you rather ask a lady, what do you bring to the table on the first date?
So unfortunately,
what if she tell you she's the table?
So unfortunately, I spoke about the culture, and which something they need to change. I'm sure if you gather 10 women out there and ask them,
what will you bring?
They will still tell you, his money is our money. My money is my money. And you think it's a joke? It's not a joke. It is not. That's why on birthdays, on Valentine's, on special days, check it. I know women do, but a few will do. It's always the man thinking, over cracking the head. When you fail, she gets angry. It's the mentality.
Like a man must do it.
Thank you. So it's not that you won't spend for anybody, but you must see that the person is meeting you halfway. If I'm making money, do you know if I calculate my salary, you're telling me that I'm coming to work every day for 1,315. Do you know that was mean? You've not done that calculation. So what it means that if I give you 10,000 out of my salary, I came to work for 8 or 9 days because of you. And yet many are still not appreciative. So that is something that's why I'm angry. That's something I would not want to indulge in. Do you understand? I would not want to go through. So they have to change that mentality for me. It's a problem. It's not that you cannot spend, but many men are finding it difficult now because of that stupid mentality of his money. Everything finished. You know, there's some people, I even witnessed one of them. There's some people that toothpaste or toilet, they will still wait for you to ask you to get those things. How many things? When will you not die?
Atewe, that's why I mentioned earlier.
That's why I picked up for your point. So I picked up for your point that it depends the person you are
Atewe,
with.
I agree absolutely with you when you mention the person must be ready to meet you
halfway. Yeah, meet me halfway.
And also the world has changed. What has evolved? You know, when we want to compare it to the traditional Yoruba setting or the traditional African setting, our grandpa's great-grandparents married women because they needed people to stay at home while they're on the farm.
Well, some of them even still follow them to the farm.
Of course, yes. But in this current stage, now, a lot of men, have you observed that we have a lot of family issues now? That is not because the guy was a bad guy or the lady was a bad lady, have an issue. But because now, you think about it, you are earning 100,000 naira. And before the end of the month, you spent 150,000 naira on transport.
I'm telling you.
Check it. You've spent the economic reality. I do tell people when we deceive ourselves, oh no, I want to marry a full housewife. I say you are being stupid.
I was going there.
Don't ever compare. See, when people want to lie to themselves, they will tell you, Aliko Dangote never started like you.
They get money.
Now family wealth. As at 1960s, 1970s, Aliko Dangote family had a private jet. Your papa no get keke.
And so you put it to Trump too. He said that
Do
he
you
gave him a
get
token
Eh,
of $1 million US.
So you now compare yourself. Now you now start to compare yourself. Oh, if Aliko Dangote can do it, you cannot do it, my brother.
You will not dare. You can't. You can't.
Cannot do it. Live on what you have. So don't now start comparing yourself. Aliko Dangote has 3 wives. So Quran allows me to marry 3 wives. You are deceiving yourself on a salary of 50,000 naira. Why beg? You will beg. If there is no psalm you want to read that possible now, because the 3 wives will demand, the children will demand. Whatever thought.
And you know that Boshe
Lonshola. Sometimes Oluwa Onshola.
And I lie you. I'll go visit them.
Will you not say that men should discuss this kind of thing?
These are major
with
things.
ladies that discuss it.
Like you said, you go know, you would know. Don't be blindfolded about this with.
I see people post to. And when he say on the first date, he was not asking me what will I bring to the table. Imagine that they not put it on the social media, and some girls too. Some ladies will not come and say, "No, don't mind them."
You know what?
Such a guy is irresponsible.
Jahmichael, I do mention this a lot. If you base your life on social media, then you are not a serious person. Forget all those things. Most of those guys you see, they stand in one of go and check. Now the best house for their area, they are living in the single room apartment. In fact, 7 of them are living in a room. I even hear one gist yesterday. If they phone is something, they say Oshogo guys go, they abuse Oshogo guys, say one car, 7 guys. Now they say 1 week, 10 girls. Do you get? Now, see, forget all these things. Ask your question.
Sorry, girls.
There are important conversations you should have before before you sign any deal with anybody. There are important conversations. What can you do? Wait, beyond what you study in school, what can you do? This is 2025. I will not date you if you cannot put up a system. You cannot type on MS Word. These are simple things. They bring up a conversation about artificial intelligence. You cannot
don't know anything.
One woman, right? The daddy was in Katason, say what makes sense. About point fly heading. You must be able to bring up good ideas. In fact, it may be that you don't even have the money. You know, there are some women, they don't have the money, but they can say, honey, and if you can do this, if you can do that. But if your whole life, everything you know about to do is you put your legs on the table. Some women cannot even buy their own sanitary pad.
Is that bad?
It is that bad. They cannot buy their own sanitary pad. So if you cannot buy your own sanitary pad in 2025, I should buy your. No. As a man, I can feel like, okay, I'm out shopping and I know my wife's size. Okay, I want to buy her this nice on this. But for every now and then, you expect your husband to buy your panties.
Everything
you should buy your when
he dies, you move on to the next one. See,
of course, yes. And the only song they have at Baba.
No, this one is the one part the Atewe.
No, only Atewe. Atewe is for everybody. It's a general song. The only one we get Papa.
No, another one day. Baba Releo. That one is that simple. Yeah, that one is praise and worship.
But so that you know that we are not deviating from this topic, it's one of the reasons why many men who earn so much. God forgive me, please. Even around us here, I see it. You receive salary, moti bear 90, lolly, 1 lakh, in 100, moti bear 90. You collect salary, you cannot even eat a plate of food of 2.5.
Employer one.
You cannot. I'm telling you, you will die.
Employer day for house. Employee they carry camera.
It's crazy, but it's the reality.
Employee they do marketing.
If you collect a salary, me, if I owe you, it's the next day if I survive the amount of alcohol and the food I've eaten, okay, I'm owing you. But what I'm saying is that you collect that you've worked for 30 days. Enjoy yourself. But as the money they enter.
But what if you by your own doing
10.5
OTP?
It's madness now.
OTP 70% more alcohol.
They don't gonna arrest. Can you watch it down? Can you tell? Well, we told you that. You promised Kiriko. You know.
But it's a sad reality. It's a sad reality, actually.
Jokingly, yesterday, I was coming from Atewe. I went to church yesterday evening, so while I was coming, I had to see someone at Atewe. So I was coming back. I saw one of my guys. That junction in front of NNPC, the new road they gave us to apply for now. As I wanted to enter the junction, I saw one of my guys. have a guy where you go, Egbon gas me turn around 9 p.m. Money. Okay,
those ones are responsibilities.
No,
you
wait.
can still do for your wife.
I'm not saying it's not responsibility. You know why I pity this guy? It's kind of work. Now, his wife just gave birth. So, the wife cannot even go and feel the gas.
I understand.
Now, there are a lot of, men, now we will give ourselves brain. I swear. There are a lot of things around us that is capable of taking our lives. Yesterday in my church, we were discussing health matter and how people should look out for themselves. You know, most of the time, this masculinity, whatever, gets into our head as men. Oh, I'm the man, I've told people several times. If you are sick, voice out. Let people help you rest. Just recently, it was last week or thereabout, they said somebody died at Service Junction. She was moving. And all of a sudden, she just dropped dead there. That is how fickle this life is. You are here today talking blah, blah, blah. If you are not careful, and most of the time, I'm coming that way, I will drop the mic now. Most of the time, some of these things that kill men, they are things that if you have taken, some men don't even have the luxury of checking their own BP. And he just complained of headache and it's gone. I want to beg men, please. See, you will take, one of the things we fear most, I know some men, or a lot of men, what we fear is that, I don't want my family to suffer. If you die, they will live their life. Some people have lost their dad 10, 15, 20 years ago.
Your father carried me yesterday. What did he tell me? He said, my mama died in 1993.
I yield to Michael.
He said, no. I don't beat out. I don't marry.
You are also right because
okay.
Going by the topic, what they spend more, and you say men should give themselves brain, and the women because they don't care collecting, they don't mind collecting everything from you. It's still you that put yourself. It said something about when people die. I remember my junior sister when they wanted to bury my mom. Waiting remain. Now see me then can't join the coffin. She gets it because the drag her no go come back. The drag her come.
Wait, Atewe, if you want confirm true. Say she no one go.
No, wait.
Just try push am.
Wait. This was somebody that they had to force inside the bus. So the bus we did
full day.
Interments, that's what they call it. She get it. So hold up day we live for Mowe. Hold up, don't hold us. So when I look back now, I say don't chop the second donut. We want egg roll. They wash them down.
She go wash them.
But you know, it's not a bad day. I don't know if you tell her that day, but I just chuckled. But what he's trying to say in the note said that. See,
I don't think you still like that.
Where?
See, it's the truth, Jahmichael.
It's the truth when you go.
When she can't die.
No, but I think we want to follow the casket.
No one follow. When one bury my dad, the moment they drop the corpse inside the 6 feet, whatever, the dog, and I was, no, they want to bury him. Oh no, Jesus.
Follow now.
How come they cry? They come, they hold me, say, guy, come put sand. That's what you do as a child. I just say, it took them like 15 minutes to convince me to put sand. I say, no, he never die. He say, he go rise. Now, a few moments later. I dey front of a lady display of money.
Kazongo, yeah. Kazongo,
so it all boils down to, taking care of yourself.
People will continue living their lives.
At the end of the day, for the women,
be responsible.
Like I said, the culture itself is not helping them. That mentality of Chebo Okoni, you will come, you will bring your own, I bring my own, I'm being with you.
Okay.
And you see the mentality, but they're already changing it now. You know that mentality of Tete Mai, Tete Bimo, Molun told you might die when that child is still in secondary school. All those mentalities, because at the end of it, you see that you end up having 7 children. You're having 7 children, brother.
No, that you marry Atewe, wait.
No, I'm coming. No,
that you marry early doesn't mean. Can't you control your link it?
No, I will link it. You have 7 children. There's even one that's annoying at the back. He has 7 children. In a bike man, what they said to me, they did 1 room. I'm not mocking him, but to me, you are senseless.
Of course, yes.
You have 7 children. Even if you are earning 400,000 naira today per month, brother, when you settle bills for school fees, you will not have 20,000 in your pocket.
If there is a wish, there is a way.
There are so many things combined. Why you will spend more. You will earn money, spend less of yourself, and spend more.
My brother. See, as I'm looking at you like this, I see a lot of children in your body. I'm telling you,
Spiritual. Tell him. Obule.
Now, most times, see, I don't, as much as I encourage people, the only thing I can tell anybody, that's why I don't poke my nose into people's private life. When I was in the university, a guy would tell me, no, Ladeji, you are being judgmental because I said, I care less. You are still my guy. You drink, you smoke. Concern. So far, you will not take my money to drink or smoke.
And you will face the consequences.
No, life is about consequences. Even if you eat too much,
there are consequences
for it. So I care less. So if you choose, and when people want to make an example, rich men, it's a lie. How many rich men do you know? Ebert Wigwe, may the Lord rest his soul, he had about 4 or 5 children. If he had not died and his wife never entered menopause, I know say Baba was still wipe. He was the former MD of Access Bank.
All right, let's go.
I'm coming. Let me just land there. The point I'm trying to bring out, in essence, is that, again, now you go borrow yourself brain. If you think because your granddad married 2 wives and he had 70 children, and you say because of that also, myself, I can do. If my dad can do it, I can do better.
But then talk one thing. Maybe when I come back, I go tell her, say, I this man supposed to come like 21 times.
Now, let me now reply your Let me tell you. See, I will forget it before we come back. I'll forget it before we come back.
I will remind you. When I come back.
Hello, ejaculate. No problem.
Let's go. We are coming back.
Bushmeat is not cool, but it's on sale in our cities, risking extinction and our health. And many of our iconic wild animals are threatened. So please be cool and say no to illegal bushmeat. And let's make Nigeria better for wildlife and safer for us all. Keep them wild, keep us safe.
Up to 75% of all new human diseases come from animals. Ebola, anthrax, and monkeypox all came from animals. And as more dead wild animals are being transported to our cities, we risk introducing another disease outbreak. This will affect our health, economy, and well-being. So say no to illegal bushmeat, because protecting nature protects us all.
Okay, welcome back. The program is 2 Men Uncut on Western Spring Television, channel 190 DTT Star Times. And don't forget, you can get past episodes of this particular program on your platforms such as YouTube. Just goes to Western Spring Television. You can see past episodes of the program. Do subscribe right there, like and love it, and drop a comment as well. All right, so we've been talking about how does it feel for when a man earns money, earns more, and spends less on himself. All right, just to digress a little bit based on what I was saying the other time, I talked about something I watched on the television where a medical doctor was saying that in order to avoid prostate cancer, a man must ejaculate, come, and bring it out, bring that thing out, or what, yeah. 21 times
What's water
in a
water?
month.
Like you must have sex, Abby.
You
It's
must
as
come.
simple.
You must come.
If you have sex, you come now.
You
And
must
so
come.
it's as simple. So why are you now using?
Now that they
No,
now
no,
have,
but to
now that
come
somebody now
perfectly
decides
too.
to have like
Mm,
2 wives.
To come perfectly too, but because I know it's something you would like,
Mhm.
and then does you probably would do the doggy.
Ah, Jesus
You
Christ.
do that, right?
Well, it's a nice, yeah, it's a nice
It's
thing.
a sweet
It's a
position.
nice
We all
thing.
love doggy. Don't you like doggy?
We all love. How you?
No, you like doggy.
Ladeji, do you
Face the
love
reality
that?
now. Deji, what's up? Are you in? Are
Ladeji,
you
you
in
love
line?
that?
I go catch you.
70-year-old man. Yeah, is that what you're thinking in your brain? D-O-G-G-Y.
So I'm just telling you the.
For somebody who has 2 wives, you should decide to have 2 or 3.
Mm.
Maybe I was trying to, you know,
Jahmichael.
don't want to stress one
Who's that?
woman.
Jahmichael. See, I mentioned it the other time that men, there are things around us that want to kill us. And most of the time, because of what we want to enjoy, we run after
Oh,
them.
no, they chase them.
Waiting, they push you. Another medical research says too much of sex also causes cancer in women.
Oh, is this
and
medical?
also affects men
That
also.
those are confusing us.
So,
It's medical.
my own
But you
stance.
stick with the one that favor you. Abi?
Now,
No, it's medical. I don't even know. You're saying
Now,
eat tomatoes.
hold
Don't eat tomato.
on.
Eat onions. Too much
Hold
onions is not good.
Jahmichael, hold
Do
on.
this thing.
Calm
Don't
down.
do it too much again.
Calm down. A guy, while I was in the university, he had eye problem. You know, too, they see well. So he now went to see a doctor. And the doctor was encouraging him. He told him, he said, don't ever say you want to impress any woman during the sexual whatever.
You'll die quick.
He said, because it affects you. Yes, you both enjoy it, especially when you're climaxing, you sound like you want to a Boeing 777.
You know when you're there, when she's starting, Tami, what did you do? Daddy. No, I've heard it before. You know the only for face me and face for Lagos. Daddy, Deji.
Why you say Daddy Deji?
Now, Baba Joseph now. Baba Joseph now. At least I'm saying born Joseph.
Ada.
Now, see, Bugbariwo ada. It is a call to glory for you. As a man,
to glory.
give yourself brain. There are people now, so make it make sense. 21 times. Do the calculation. How many days do we have in a month? So say out of the 30 days, your wife had a cycle for 5 days. That's 25 days. And they want you to
fire for fire.
No, that's what I'm saying. That if at least if you have like
Jahmichael,
you can share within them.
Let's not be a criminal. Let's not delay.
Wait, you have 2 or 3, but it's still the same you that will service the 2 of them. It's not the fault of women. It is the fault of men.
My grandfather has 2. He's not dying now. He died at 96.
Wait, Sheba was saying 21. Someone the doctor prescribed 21 times. To solve the
paracetamol. Look at this one here now. They should just allow you to just marry.
You know what I will encourage you? You know what I will encourage you? Thank God you have a wife already. You know, at least you are a grade higher than Atewe. Sorry, I had to go that route. I'm sorry.
Don't worry.
I'm sorry.
This is your year.
It's not my year.
No.
It's not my year.
Don't go back.
Wait. So what I'm trying to say is that you have the luxury. You are a big man. God has blessed you with a job. You are working and you are earning well. Jahmichael, it's not a crime. It's never a crime to pick 1 or 2 more. I will donate a jerry can, 25 liters of palm wine
for the
traditional wedding.
Okay, so like because I believe we have limited time.
Yeah.
Like I learned something from my uncle too. I used to pity that man. I used to pity him.
He married more than one?
No, he had 1 wife, but he had like 7 or 8 of them. Jeez. And he had
I don't get
children.
7, 8 children.
Oh, 8 children.
Yeah, wow. So he would do directly, the stress of washing under sun, ensuring that they dry, ironing, get home 11 sometimes, and at the end of the month, because he does this job contribution, all the stuff, he maybe gets like 150,000. The school fees at those schools in Mowe, then everything. He will still be looking for extra 30,000. That's all the money he has made. Extra 30,000. He's dead right now. He's the one I said died. And I understand why he picked go. So he will still look for extra.
Those 8 children, are they doing fine now?
I wish them all the best, but I'm not someone still in university.
Oh, no,
so.
now why they, now why
You
the
know,
contribution guys
there's a lot. So going by
because that
topic
bill
too,
we then give you that
going
time,
by
you
that
reach when
topic
you
too,
buy
you have
out
to
the
use your
A4.
head. How do you make money? You've gone through the stress and you cannot enjoy yourself.
You cannot spend 5,000
I'm telling you, you earn 50, 100. I told you of one. You earn 100,000, and immediately you're sending 90,000 because somebody has to eat. I'm not saying it's not good. You should not take care of the home, but I'm saying use your head. How do you feel? You feel bad.
It's bad though.
Ladeji, how do you cope with a woman that does not understand? You know, some women, when you tell them, when they ask for these, you tell them, okay, you know, wait till the end of the month. I'm expecting a particular
You
money
know-
when it comes
you know
out,
why it is
this,
different.
that.
So that you talk.
When you now find a woman who doesn't
understand, right?
appreciate
You see, I spoke
and
about
understand,
brother.
as well.
I spoke about culture too. I'm going to be very blunt.
Who do we, you're
No, I'm
saying
coming.
culture,
I'm coming.
culture.
What I want to say.
Who is in the culture?
I'm coming. What I want to say is that, see, when you stay with somebody as a man or a woman, do not forget you came to this life alone and you will die and live alone. Ilé ayé láti bá wa, ní gbogbo kíní ti bẹ̀rẹ̀. When you try, I'm coming. When you try to pass a message, you try to advise someone, you've spoken to the appropriate authorities, appropriate people to, try control the woman or the man, and they are refusing. Forget that thing. Kini, I want society myself. Me, I will drag you to that court. I will divorce the hell out of you. My happiness is key. All those things, give many married women you have today.
If I am the judge,
give them option.
I will not approve of
because you don't want what people will say.
I will not approve.
You will now be stomaching.
You want to divorce a God-given woman to you.
You will leave.
You want to leave.
Have you been the
a woman that is giving you?
Is that being responsible for you to want to leave your?
You want to leave your woman
because of money.
If they want me here, no.
I'm not whining you. You cannot leave your woman alone.
You cannot leave your woman.
After how many children?
God, I said. If I see they give you issues.
What are the issues? Issues in Christendom.
Financial issues. Because of finances, you want to leave.
Professor. Lẹ́yìn ìgbà tó wipe ẹ̀ tán.
Àbí o wipe ẹ̀.
Let me remind you of this barrister.
Who do you want to leave her for?
The show is not over. Barry said, nígbà tó ń jẹ́ ẹgbádùn rẹ̀, talẹ́ni tó wí fún. Alala kọrí orí ìdàrú
jẹ́ wọ́n. My wife just bought me that when they want keep inside one vehicle like that.
This one go dey think. You go where they sell all this diaper. Come go the lawyer. I say, Baba, what you were doing, baby, turn. You don't know responsibility.
So how do you cope with a woman who doesn't appreciate, who doesn't understand?
It can be frustrating. I won't joke with you. Because also, mentally it can affect you. As a man, you are trying all your best. You gave an instance of someone who earns. As a matter of fact, most of the time, 90%, 80% of your income you spend. If you are not spending everything on money, you want to spend on school fees, you want to spend on, they want to buy this, they want to buy that. And yet you still have a woman who doesn't care. Now, for me, foundation is very, very important. See, all these things doesn't just start one day. It starts from where you guys are still on the road. You give her 20,000 naira. They compare you to
you agree some men, they spoil women anyhow when they're during courtship.
Of course, yes.
What you get, you go want to impress.
Because now that kind of man, they die early now. On the packet of cigarettes, they will say Federal Ministry of Health wants that smokers are liable to die young. So on this packet, if you think you want to do more than what you have the power, no, it's not a crime if you have the money. Take care of your family. It is a good thing. It is good when you see your wife looking beautiful, looking radiant. You see your children well dressed. But you two don't look like a cleaner behind them. Don't look. No. Don't look like a cleaner. If you want to make your kaftan very well, put your nice cap. If you get better money, buy good shoe. See, as a man, you should not say because I don't want people to say, men, I'm fall for whining. I was eating one morning, and somebody said, Baba, I work for my money, please. Don't bring me that. I will store you fufu on your head. Are you normal? I work every day. You are telling me. So, people should not see me as a man that I'm on jail. Are you normal? Now your papa help me work. Chop.
Chop your money, yeah.
Wait,
chop your money.
Hold on. If at the end of, if you collect your salary today, and me berry fun fisherman pepper soup,
go and eat it.
Go and eat it. Send the money they need at home. Eat your own fisherman pepper soup. Now waiting you chop
to eat it.
Now waiting bed chop. Now in bed go.
If you're alive, that's when you pay the basic.
Where they go? Where they go? Time don't. And they say our time don't go.
To balo to tawani for
He said, "Tom be join."
No, kai mana. Oh, go take again. What go be just on Yoruba. Or Jemwara or to Jem tell me.
Order. All right, thank you very much. It's a wrap on the show. Thank you very much, Ladeji, for coming on the show.
It's always a pleasure. But this time be like say now 30 minutes.
Seriously, that's really time flies.
I'm gonna see just
Atewe,
so that they know. Just see, enjoy yourself.
Enjoy you.
Women will always want to whine you. But always
don't whine
remember
yourself.
that
Even fellow men
they are the exact problem of this world.
They go tell
That
you
gender,
say
All right.
they are the issue of
no
this world.
pressure yourself. Fellow men go on why you say moti rally.
Nonsense.
There they go.
So well,
All
but
right,
it's
thank you
Kawole,
very much to the entire crew of this
Chop.
program. I really appreciate you. And I want to say Barakah Salah to all my Muslim brothers out there.
Then,
I really
yeah.
celebrate you
The
people.
entire Rama from
Till next week, I still remain JTD, ATD, HMIC, Jahmichael, Mr. 223, saying have a lovely night rest. And I love you so much.